Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today The Sims 4 has released the latest official trailer for The Sims 4 Seasons, so we're going to do a breakdown of it and a bit of an analysis to see what's new, because I'm excited and I've had a really bad day. Well, a really bad couple of weeks slash months slash years slash life. Dramatic, I know. But so yeah, this is going to help cheer me up and make me feel better, so if I sound a bit nasally, it's because I've been upset and I apologise for that. So let's get on with the analysis. There will be no music because copyright and all that stuff, even though it's a very good song. I will link the actual trailer down below so you can watch it if you want. It's in the descriptions. I imagine everyone's seen it by now. I've watched a couple of people react to it and I have seen it myself. This isn't like a reaction first time thing. Still very exciting though. I've just noticed lots of people aren't picking up on all the new stuff. So I'm gonna actually slow the video down, which you can do over here if you haven't done it before, and you just change the speed and you can go down to 0.75 or 0.0 or 0.25. We're going to go 0.5 because then it's like a good happy speed. I've noticed even though it says it's like HD 1080, still looks a little bit blurry to me, not gonna lie, but we'll ignore that for now and we'll get on with the analysis. So first things first, before I even press play, this is the beginning, and you can see that there is a swing set. That is new. The outfits everyone is wearing appears to be new. There is this planter thing down here, which is new. Sorry that there's bars in the way, it's kind of annoying. But the planter down here is new. This florist potting bench is new because there's a new career to do with gardening, and I'm guessing from what I've read description-wise, there's two branches of it, so you can either be a botanist or you can be like a florist and do flower arrangements, is sort of the vibe that I'm getting, so that's quite cool. Obviously new roof over here. It might be a new roof type as in building tool. Glass roofs would be great, all different types would be awesome, or it might just be a item piece, we don't really know that yet. This looks like new cladding to me, which no one's really said anything about, but I think it might be new cladding and new, like, this looks like one big giant window, or is it two small windows, or is it just I don't know. Anyway, blathering. This is a new fence type, I know that because I've checked it out a couple of times. New lights, there's new wreaths that you can see in there, and many more plantery type things you can see in there, and we'll actually like move on with playing it. So everything's zooming in, you can see she's working on it. That's when the lightning goes and it comes to this screen and you're like, wow, look, seasons. And if I go back just a little few seconds, there's rain, meaning there's actually weather. That's amazing. And you can see that we're in Willow Creek, so that is good sign for weather throughout all worlds instead of just one new world that has weather system, which people were worried about, but I wasn't, because why would they do that when in the other versions of the game they haven't done that? Like, they didn't do that in Sims 2 and they didn't do that in Sims 3, so why on earth in Sims 4 would they just go really far backwards? I know a lot of people complain about Sims 4, but they're not that mental. We could all be angry about the My First Pet stuff, but they're not actually insane. They know what they're doing. So anyway, you can already see there's like bunting on this house, which we get to see a bit closer up in a second, and I can't really see much else which is new at the moment. Like, this is all, I'm pretty sure, old stuff, so we'll keep playing. You can see it goes to like, oh look, it's nice and sunny, which means it's probably spring slash summer. It's like, it's summer, I can tell it's summer because they've got the little suns on the house there. And then it goes into fall, so you can see all the trees have changed colour, nice and beautiful. And then eventually there are no leaves left on the trees and there's snow! Ha! Yay, exciting! So moving on, you can see there's a woman here in the kiddies pool with a nice little koi pattern on the bottom, and then she's doing, you know, snow angels, and the child's a bit annoyed that she was in the kiddies pool. Snowmen shoveling snow. I don't know why they bother shoveling snow, there is no driveways because they're on their cars. Raking leaves, playing in leaves, new hair, new, like, everything actually. If we just go back there, I'll just point stuff out. So cute new hat, little raincoat, obviously little rain boots, new hairstyle, there's like this new little scarf outfit, new swimming costume and sprinkler, which they don't show you the sprinkler in a watering plants kind of scene, which I was a bit confused by, because, you know, that'd be great if it can, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it can. Cute little swimming outfit here for the toddler. I'm guessing it's a swimming outfit because they're playing in a sprinkler, but it might just be a random outfit because toddlers don't go swimming. Hopefully they can use the paddling pool, and there is a swimming section for them now. We'll see. Again, there is the swing set with a different swatch. This hairstyle, I believe, is new. It looks very nice. I like it. The hat might actually also be new, and the necklace is new. And I think this is a new food stand. This is possibly also a new haircut on this man here. So that's exciting. And it's in Oasis Springs. So again, continuing with there is weather throughout all the lands. A bucket here which has water balloons in, having a water balloon fight. There's this t-shirt, vest that hangs out the side there, and these like roll-up pants which I believe are also new, the shorts with the rolled up. Very, very cute in a swimsuit, and hairstyle here on her. I believe this is also a new hairstyle in the background on both the child and the woman. This is like set up to look like picnic blankets or sunbathing blankets, but they don't show any sunbathing, and this looks like a picnic basket. Whether it's functional or not, we don't know. And again, there is the new fence and new like posts of it and stuff like that, and this little swing costume looks new on this little girl as well. It's like a two-piece, which is quite cute. And then there's a beautiful transition here. Nicely done, Sims team. He gets hit in the face with a snowball, falls over. There's lots of different types of snowmen. I really like this little fat chunky one, he's very cute. There is Christmas tree, all fully decorated. Lights at the background here. Possibly new posts, or it might just be a structure for something else. There is a toddler in a little winter outfit. It looks so cute. And a little girl in the winter outfit. And obviously snow, that's new, that's a big thing. All laughing at him, kind of mean, different hairstyles and clothes and stuff. There is this fabulous young man doing some figure skating here, looking all beautiful, and then it transitions at this point to this girl who has a new hairstyle on and also a new top on, and I think she might be a teen or she's a clumsy sim because this happens. She's not quite skilled enough at it yet. She's very cute though, I like this sim. So obviously roller skating rink. Here is a house in spring, and you can see that there's cute little bunting, there's wreaths everywhere, there's the flower station thing again for like doing your own potted plants or floral arrangements. I think I'm saying potted plants, it's probably just floral arrangements, but you know, you can always wish for both. This is a new chimney up here, new little roof decoration, new rainbow mailbox. There are also different swatches so you can change it throughout the seasons to match your house, which people I imagine don't do, but it's quite a nice touch in The Sims. There's this pot over here, but I don't know what it is. It might be like a egg collecting bucket or something, because there's eggs along here for Easter, and a nice little hanging plant there. What else is new? That's new as well behind her, the planter, I guess is what we're gonna call it. Oh, and there's a new planter here. There's some sort of like streamers here, or more like longer bunting, I don't know what you call that. Cute little bunting along here, and signs and more flowers. It's very beautiful. And then it transitions over into summer. You can see even the lighting has changed, which is quite cool. They've got like the little suns on all the house, and they've got some more of the streamery bunting stuff, which is cool. So I guess you can set this on your house if you want to. Obviously, I'm assuming you don't have to. Like, it's not like mandatory that your house changes appearance, I would assume. And here is very small. We can see it later, zoomed in a bit more, but this is a living wall of succulents, which is amazing because succulents are like one of the best plants ever. I say one plant, there's multiple types of succulent, but it's a type of, yeah, you get what I mean. So they're awesome. New couch, these sort of bannery things, I don't really know what they're called, are new as well, obviously. The swing set in yet a different swatch. Again, more bunting around the fencing here. I'm not sure if this umbrella is new. There is one similar to it in game, so it might not be new. The chairs they are sitting on are new. The picnic basket, the sprinkler, the paddling pool, but this one is slightly different. It has palm trees on it, like blow up palm trees, so that's a good sign for various types or various swatches to the paddling pool. There's also the mailbox, which has changed yet again, and it will change again and again through the next seasons, as we are about to see. So now we're into Halloween, and you can see it's sort of like a spooky mailbox. There's the little, there's the little lanterns along here, which are like Halloween themed, jack-o'-lantern themes. The jack-o'-lanterns, I don't know if they've got the spooky pack installed and that's what they've got the carvings from, or that's where they've got these items from. I'm guessing it is, because these are all in spooky stuff, so you probably don't get those items with seasons because people would complain, but it goes well with those items, I suppose, is what they're trying to illustrate to us. Sort of Halloween bunting, there's some sort of Halloween lights everywhere across the house, there are different wreaths for Halloween. You can see this child over here is playing in a muddy puddle, so obviously it rains a lot more in autumn/fall, so there's going to be puddles, but they're muddy, which is quite cool, which is something they haven't done before. They've only just like had puddles as when you, like, your pets pee, those kind of puddles, or when your machines break and those puddles form. They're the normal type, so it's quite cool to have an actual outside environmentally affected type. There is a scarecrow here as well who is interactive, and you can see that a bit later on. Obviously all the trees have changed colour to go along with season. Very nice. People are wearing outfits, different outfits, so I'm guessing there's a category for outside wear, outdoor wear, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming there'll be another category for that, as well as, like, you know, everyday, formal, athletic, all them kind of things. We're into Christmas! Woohoo! Woohoo! Magical time! Fairy lights everywhere, looks very cute and beautiful, or Christmas lights I suppose they are in this sense. Lots of Christmas wreaths and garlands everywhere, garlands even around the door with a big bell and bow. It's really like over the top and in your face, and totally not the way I decorate my house, but in The Sims it's different. And there's even more like Christmas coloured streamers, which technically you could put in an Italian restaurant because the, you know, colours of the Italian flag, if you wanted to branch out and use them in some other context, as long as they don't have all these like bows and stuff attached to them, you could do that anyway. There's this really cute little reindeer sculpture where there's the two reindeers together. I don't know if they are just one sculpture, so there's the two of them in the one item, or if they're two separate items and they've put them next to each other. They look like they're made out of logs and twigs and stuff, which is quite cool. More of the snowmen. There's like the actual snowman that you build, and then there's these snowmen that light up. These look like new lanterns, sort of with bows on them. I'm not sure if the nutcracker's new, because I know there's two, I think, nutcrackers that came in the past with the holiday free packs that you could get, like the downloadable content that was free. I know that there's nutcrackers in that, so I'm not sure if they're new. You can see here, that's one of the ones from the holiday pack. So is this fireplace and these candles. I know all of them, all from the holiday pack. I can't remember if this garland is. It might not be. But anyway, moving away from that, these little candles over here, they are new. This is the new couch, looks very nice. She's wearing a new outfit. This little toddler's wearing a new outfit and has a new hairstyle. This little girl has a new hairstyle. This little boy has like a Christmas jumper on, and it's got a little bow tie. It's very cute. I find it weird that he's the only one who's got up and got dressed, and everyone else, oh, and the little girl, but everyone else is in pyjamas. And when you think about it, the mum and dad would have dressed her, so why are they still in pyjamas and she's all dressed fancy and he's all dressed fancy? But I suppose it's to show like the different ways people do it. So some people get up and they get dressed and then they celebrate, whereas other people, like my family, we celebrate the initial part in our pyjamas and get dressed after all the presents have been opened, because, you know, you want to get down and do all the present stuff, whereas I'm rubbish at receiving presents because I feel awkward and I feel like I haven't been enthusiastic enough as I want to be, because I'm British and we're trained to be sort of like, don't exaggerate, be, you know, very demure about your responses and stuff, which sounds ridiculous, but it's actually often quite true. Whereas I know Americans are a bit more like, wow, it's awesome, it's amazing. We're just not. So I always feel like my reactions are underwhelming, though I want to be more like, this is so cool. And I react sometimes like, this is so cool, about the weirdest things. So people are like, why do you find that present amazing when it's probably the cheapest one, but it's something quirky that I find interesting. But I love giving presents. I love seeing people's reactions to what I get them, which I suppose is somewhat selfish, but I just like to see that I've done well. But back to this anyway, enough about me. You can see here that there's Christmas cards hanging up here, which is really cute. I don't know if the kids can make them or if it's just a decorative item. There are the garlands around the doorway here again, so like it seems they can go anywhere and aren't going to obstruct your Sims pathing, which is great. These presents are either a recolor of the ones we currently have, or it's actually a new item, maybe interactive, don't know. This might be a rug like in The Sims 3. There was a special rug that you put down and you had the tree, and then Sims would automatically put presents around there, and they do like a present unboxing kind of party thing That was really well explained. And then if we keep going, because I've just been blathering on, you can see he's decorating the tree. So they actually decorate the tree now and interact with it, and there's actual gift giving, and there's mistletoe. And then they transition really nicely into New Year's, where there is, this isn't to do with New Year's, because this is, you can have it in any season, but there's a new coffee table, which has some sort of like filigree leaf plant type motif I'm going to go with on the side there. There's this giant hat and party blower thing going on here. The new couch, which looks like it has some sort of crochet textured pillows on, quite liking that. New coffee table, very nice. There's the people doing all like the party stuff that they do when it's birthdays, so like confetti and all that kind of fun stuff. These look like new glasses on this woman. Not that you'd use them in everyday situations, but they're there. She's wearing a new dress. She's wearing the same dress but in a different colour. Kinda awkward, but moving on. There's the new freezer bunny who's celebrating New Year's with this little glass of, I don't know what the Sim version of champagne would be called, but whatever that is, some sort of juice or nectar that it would be called. The New Year's garlands. This plant is amazing, and this cactus stand holding this cactus, and I'm guessing this is like a succulent or a fern or something. Again, amazing. I love that kind of stuff because I'm a bit of a plant enthusiast at times, and my partner is a gardener, so he's a massive plant enthusiast and I hear a lot about it. Some more celebratory, like garlandy, papery, streamery things. I know what they're called, but I just can't remember. Like, I know I'm saying it wrong. But moving on. So they're all celebrating, yay! And then there's this table setting. Hopefully this is an actual holiday that they can celebrate, and it's sort of like a Thanksgiving type festival thing, which we don't have in England because, you know, it was people who went from England to America and did all the pilgrims meeting the Native Americans kind of thing, and that's where Thanksgiving comes from. So obviously we didn't have that because we stayed here. And there's some sort of gnome, so I'm guessing in the Sims version of it, the gnomes and the llamas, I don't know, maybe those guys like came together and had a celebration because they learnt to live like cohesively. I'm not sure. But yeah, so there's that. Like, it's really cute, and in the background you can see sort of more decorations. So there's like these leaves, which looks like it's on a banner type thing. There's these really cute little cards, which again, I hope it's something that the kids can actually make and then you can put up. It might not be, it's very likely not that. This looks like a new bay seat. I know that we already have 3 that came with cats and dogs, but I'm pretty sure the ones that came with cats and dogs, the one that had pillows on, had it so there wasn't really a back to it. The pillows sort of filled that, and there was more of them. There was different sizes, and I don't remember a purple swatch like this kind of pattern, so I think this might be new. I might be wrong, correct me if I am, feel free. I'm not quite sure what these flower ball bundly things are, but they're very cute. And then you can see here that there is some form of Old Saint Nick, Santa, like whatever you want to call him. Some sort of, I think he's meant to be like, what's he called? Father Frost type thing, which is like Father Winter, like that kind of thing. I did a whole project on it when I did illustration. So I think he's meant to be that kind of thing, so it's not set to a certain religious factor in the world, because, you know, that would be bad. But yeah, so even though there's reindeer in the background and all that kind of stuff, they've always tried to shy away, so it's going to possibly be called the Winter Festival or like Snow Day rather than Christmas or Xmas or whatever you want to call it. So there's him, he's looking a little bit weird there, kind of trying to be seductive, and he's got mistletoe. So, oh, I guess that's holly, not mistletoe, but you know, he could be trying to just like get kisses from everyone. I quite like the hat that he has going on here, it's a bit different, and the little blue plum bob buttons are very cute. You can see here there's more presents. They look smaller, so either they've been shrunk down with the shrinking down tool, or there are even more. There's actually a little star on the top of the tree that looks really nice, and then there's a guy here in the middle who's beekeeper, which is cool because I've actually had bees in the past. I didn't personally put on the suit and deal with them, my grandmother and parents did, But yes, I have had experience with beekeeping. It's quite cool. The process of getting your own honey, quite cool. Quite sad when bad things happen to the bees though, like ours got a certain type of mite that sort of just like wiped them out, and there was nothing we could really do about it, so they all passed away. Very sad. And then we've got the Easter Bunny, get back on cheerier stuff. Very cute, very different from the styles that the Sims have done in the past. Like, you kind of would have expected it if you've played The Sims 4, then you've possibly seen, if you've done anything with the painting skill at the very early stages, they will often paint what's known as the social bunny from The Sims 2, who was like a guy in a giant pink rabbit suit that would come and try and cheer up your sim when they were socially deprived and really depressed. So you often see him like a big pink rabbit. Not the Freezer Bunny, he's like different looking. I assumed it would look like that, but they haven't. They've gone a bit more cutesy and a bit more cuddly. So that's quite cool. And I like his little dungarees. And then you can see in the background there's like this bucket thing again, which I'm guessing is either you can collect eggs in it, or it's something to do with like you look like decorating your own eggs or something. And these are the eggs that you had ages ago in an update for, like, it was an Easter event where your sim could find them when they were fishing or harvesting plants or finding frogs or whatever. And this has already been in the game. I think this is already in the game anyway. This looks very familiar, this gnome. I could be wrong. There's some sort of like flowery thing back here as well, which looks interesting. Not quite sure what that is. If we keep going, we go into the beekeeper dude, I believe. Yep, here we go. Collecting his honey. The bees are a bit, I have to say, their visual side, there we go, not very realistic. They sort of look quite flat. And they're an odd shape, but you know, whatevs, it's not really a focus, is it? They've done a very nice job on the beehives though. I like the look of them. And he collects the honey and he's tasting the honey, and then he's sort of like frolicking with the bees like they're his friends and they're not stinging him, and it's wonderful. This is very cool. It sort of transitions through each different season. You can see here that there's this Freezer Bunny wreath, and there's like the garlands again on the fences. There's the little snowman that lights up. There's a little outdoor Christmas tree with a different colour swatch on the star, so we know that there's more colour swatches to them. There's the lights on the roof, there's the snow on the roof. For some reason there's succulents on the outside of the house. I think that's just because they're there year round, but you know, in fact, are they, when we start off, oops, too far. When he starts walking, are they there? Or is it like straight into winter? Oh yeah, so it's already winter, so they're already there, so that's why they're there all year round. Your succulents should kind of be in a warmer place. Well, not warmer. I don't know, but basically the snow can damage them. So, I'm not a massive plant expert, but snow can damage succulents. Ours got some frostbite, some of them. Not very good for them, anyway. So yeah, panning through this again, he's got like his little umbrella when it's raining, and then he's sweltering in the hot sun, and she's like paddling away in the pool with her toddler, which is really cute, which means the toddlers can interact with it, which is amazing. There's this beautiful planter pot thing again, and then keep playing, and then he's like into fall where there's the scarecrow in the background. You can see the trees changed colour, and what's interesting is he's reacting to the wind, which we've not had before, so like there's actual environmental influence to your sim, so you can see like more than just the rain and the snow. And then he's inspecting the scarecrow, who's spooky. Apparently you can make a relationship with it or something, which is quite interesting, so it'd be quite cool to see how that goes. And he's finding it quite funny. Quite an attractive sim, I have to say. Interesting man bun as well, and I really like his jacket and his scarf and his denim shirt. Very nice combo there, looks very fancy. This woman, lots of people are like, oh, she's evil. She kind of is, but I believe she is using this machine, which controls the weather, as we will see in a second, to water her garden, because she has a lot of plants here that are like growing weeds and stuff. So I'm guessing she's possibly one of the new careers as a botanist, or as like arranging flowers or something. So even though she's doing like the evil laugh and is dressed in kind of evil clothes, she's actually just dressed in a raincoat because she's planning to make it rain to water her plants. It's just my theory. This could be either move objects on, which is very sneaky of your Sims if that's what you did, or you can actually hang the like hose on the fences now, but we'll see. Also, I don't think we've had the lights on the fence posts before. I could be wrong about that as well, but I'm pretty sure that's not in there. So again, it could be move objects on with the raise tool, which is the 9 key, or it's like new lights that you can actually just like ping onto there, like they'll just naturally snap to it. I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, so she's like setting up the machine, doing all of like the levers and stuff, and then she looks kind of evil because she's got dark makeup and dark lips, but you know, don't judge a book by its cover. I like the raincoat though, that's pretty intense but cool. And then see, look, if you go back, okay, we're about to see like the cool weather effect, but look at all these plants, look at all the plants that she's got far too many plants. She hasn't got enough time, so she's making it rain so she can water all of her plants. I get that. So it's like, oh, it's changed, and you can see like, oh no, it's all rainy, and this guy's like, oh, it's quite stormy out. And then, oh no, zapped by lightning, which is probably going to be a new death, which will be pretty cool. And then instead of dying though this time, he seems to have like harnessed the lightning and shot it back up into the sky. But there's a couple of things that I'd question about that. So one, is it going to be a one-off animation, so he gets struck by lightning and he can do it the once, and then it's like, oh look, I survived a lightning attack, and that's it? Or is it going to be that he gets some sort of powers and he can do it again? Will that be a permanent thing, or will it be for a couple of days and it'll be like a moonlit buff thing that goes away, like the skeleton with the curses and the blessings from Jungle Adventure? Will be something like that. Curious about those. I'm also wondering if there will be sun lounges and they can do sunbathing, because they didn't show anything to do with that, which, you know, would this not be the perfect pack for putting that in? Can Sims get sunburned? Are they more prone to getting ill in like the winter and fall, because obviously we have illnesses in Get to Work? So is that going to be like, are they going to try and fix that into that sort of thing? Apparently in the description that you can read online, you harvest honey from the bees in the fall. So does that mean that all plants now are going to be sort of in separate seasons, or is it just going to be literally the typical you can grow plants any season except winter unless they're in a greenhouse? Is it going to be something like that? And there was another one. What was the other one? I can't remember now. Oh, pets. How do pets interact with all these different things? If they splash in a muddy puddle, will that mean that they need a bath? Will they be able to play in the paddling pool? Will they overheat? That kind of stuff. Like, how does it interact with all the other packs? Because you can see elements of some of them, like the spooky stuff that we pointed out, and there was the pack of the free holidays, like Christmas stuff, things like that you could see. But you didn't get to see any pets, none of that in there. You did get to see a bit of toddlers. You got to see how toddlers interact with things, which is good that they've actually put that in. Well done, thank you. But it's just those questions of like, how else does it affect other things? And I've heard that this isn't like definite, this is just things that I've overheard from watching the multiple videos, that like Sims can have parties in the designated season, so you can have like pool parties now, and obviously you can have like the New Year's party and Thanksgiving type thing. But I heard something about customizing them, which I don't quite get how that works. Like, I can't think of how that would work. Apparently you can like custom holidays, so who knows. They haven't mentioned if there are any festivals, or if it's just, you know, you can have an ice skating rink pop up in winter in the park, and like you can build a roller rink somewhere. They haven't said if it's attached to festivals or not, and if there's the food stands are attached to festivals and things like that, or if it's sort of a, I assume it has to be something where they just pop up, like in City Living, because it seemed a bit weird if you had to place it all. I don't know, that just wouldn't seem very sensible after the way they've done the other mechanics in the past of the game. And also, there was something else. Literally just thought of it then, and then when I said what I was saying, it's gone. I can't think of it, and it's gonna drive me crazy. Well, anyway, if it comes to me, I might mention it in another video. I might not. We'll see. But I'm kind of out of breath because I can't really breathe properly because I was upset before, and all of my breathing apparatus is a bit nasally and clogged and all that delicious stuff. It comes out on June 2nd, 22nd, not 2nd, oof, if it's 2nd that'd be amazing, June 22nd, which is not that far away, so that's really cool. Thank you for the whole like surprise that you did with like Jungle Adventure. Wasn't so happy about the surprise for My Fast Pass stuff. I haven't personally got it. I'm gonna wait till it's basically free. Like, if it gets down to like, you know, £3, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll buy it now, because why not? I just like to be a completionist. And I don't like the fact that its icon is greyed out when I go into my game, which I know is silly. But anyway, I've blathered on long enough. This is exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know if I'll be getting it straight away because I'm currently dealing with moving and renovating. Well, renovating and then moving, because it would be a bit silly to move now because it's a building site. But yeah, dealing with all of that, and I've got all that financial stuff going on, so I can't necessarily spend £34.99, which is how much it costs in the UK, which is more expensive than some of the past ones. I know Cats and Dogs was that much. They've slowly sort of like increased the price. I remember like, I think Get to Work and Get Together were like £25 and now it's just like gone up by like 10, so it's a bit lame. So it's more of an investment, but it is something that I feel would complete my game. It wouldn't complete it, but it'd get towards being completed. I think if I had some sort of university pack and some sort of like vehicles, like I don't know, fancy cars, just like typical cars and garages and like push bikes, that kind of stuff. Oh, and some sort of like seaside expansion type thing where, like, you know, you can have like the boat houses that you had in Island Paradise, or I don't necessarily want it to be like an Island Paradise type thing. It'd be nice to be able to have Sims live in houseboats and that kind of thing would be pretty cool. So that kind of stuff, if that happened, I'd be quite happy. My game would feel more complete. I'm not trying to say like I want a repeat of The Sims 3. There's just elements from The Sims 3 and The Sims 2 that I really enjoyed, and it would be cool to see something similar come into this game. Again, also I suppose some sort of like a celebrity type thing, but way more reined in than the Sims 3 one was, because that was ridiculous. Like, everyone was a celebrity in your town at one point or another, and it just caused problems all the time. If your sim like left the house, someone would start a rumour about them and everyone would hate them, and it was ridiculous. So anyway, ranting. But it's a rant that I needed to have because I've had a weird couple of weeks. But yeah, so if anyone watches this video and gets to the end, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my rambling, and if you did, feel free to leave a like or comment down below, or subscribe if you're new, and let me know what you think of the seasons pack. I feel like the sort of logo here kind of underwhelming, but you know, just my personal opinion. It's not quite, I don't know, I feel like green, like this dark emerald green, doesn't quite capture seasons to me, but I don't know what else they would have done with the new sort of way that they've made it into this little stretched out like hexagon type thing. So I'm not really sure how they would have done that, but you know, rambling again. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.